With the state that Malaysia is currently in, people have wondered if there were an alternative future. One where Malaysia could be a home to those seeking refuge. A future where Malaysia would still be under British rule till today. Where Malaysia would not be Malaysia. Whether you support it or not, the possibility that the country we know of today might have not happened. To understand that, we have to go through the collapse of the Malayan Union. After the end of the Second World War, the West had realized that most of their Southeast Asian colonies were left unstable due to poor management and the destruction of the Thai-Burma Railway. The British especially wanted to regain full control of their colonies just like prior to World War II, after the complications caused by the MPAJA. They thought that the best way to do that was to reorganize and start over. In October of 1945, ideas regarding a united Malaya began to spread around. Eventually, the preparations soon came into fruition. A man by the name of Sir Harold MacDonald was tasked with getting the approval of each ruler of the Malay states in the span of 1 month. With such a short time given, MacMichael had to resort to extreme measures in order to obtain all of their approvals, such as manipulation, accusations of collaborating during the Japanese occupation, and worst of all, dethronement. But it didn't take long until the public found out about his schemes. They found out that the Malayan Union would give equal rights to those who apply for citizenship. Equal rights? How outrageous! It will grant those who were born outside of British Malaya and the Strait Settlements easy and accessible citizenship, which many conservative Malays strongly disagreed against. On March 1st to March 4th of 1946, Congress was held at the Sultan Sulaiman Cup in Kampung Baru, Kuala Lumpur, and seized the participation of 41 Malay associations. On April 1st of 1946, the Malayan Union was formed, combining both the federated and unfederated Malay states, along with the Strait settlements of Penang and Malacca, as well as Singapore, which used to be administered by a separate colony. Shortly later, a protest was held at the Kuala Lumpur Hotel Station, which is now the Old Kuala Lumpur Trainway Station. Sir Edward Ghent would be appointed as the first governor of the Malayan Union. The Malay sultans were to retain their positions, but sovereignty was transferred to the British Crown, and they lost most of their political power. Retired British members of the Malay civil service and Malay leaders criticized MacMichael's methods of intimidation and led attacks on the Union plan. Members include Swettenham, G. Maxwell, Winstead, Clementi, and Guillemard. The Chinese and Indian communities weren't particularly enthusiastic, and in fact even criticized some of the provisions. On the 2nd of April 1946, the Malayan Union was inaugurated in a 20-minute ceremony which immediately terminated the British military administration. After the inauguration of the Malayan Union, the Malays, under UMNO, continued opposing the Malayan Union. They utilized civil disobedience as a means of protest by refusing to attend the installation ceremonies of the British governor. They refused to participate in the meetings of the advisory councils. Malay participation in the government bureaucracy and the political process had totally stopped. The British had recognized this problem and took measures to consider the opinions of the major races in Malaya before making the amendments to the constitution. On February 1st, 1948, the Malayan Union collapsed and was replaced with the Federation of Malaya, which restored symbolic positions of the rulers of Malay states, just like how it used to be prior to World War II. Nearly a decade later, on 31st of August 1957, the Federation of Malaya would finally gain independence, and in 1963 would form what we know of today as Malaysia, once united with Sabah, Sarawak, and Singapore.